I've been grinding in the shadows, stacking wisdom like forbidden steel. Sharpened every page I studied till my mind became a kill. Now every convo feel like war rooms where I'm bringing maps and strategy, while they show up empty-handed, throwing glitter like confetti fallacy. I speak in laser-guided lines, a sniper's bullet through the fog of thought, but they reply with cotton candy logic that dissolves before it hits the spot. I mention galaxies and frameworks, big picture cosmic architecture. They kind of will launch a rambling, shrinking truth with amateur conjecture. My clarity's a lighthouse in a storm, they never learn to navigate. They build a rap of random comments, open times of nonsense elevate. So when I say that ain't the point, that pride erupts like faulty minds, acting like my words are daggers just cause I expose they brittle lines. I'm not trying to start a war, I'm just defending clean communication, but they treat correction like an execution with no appeal or explanation. This is the danger of the grind of forging intellect to dominate. You start hearing every hollow phrase like echoes bouncing off a ledge. The smarter that your lens becomes, the louder ignorance begins to ring. Every dodge they make is like a puppet with a 7 string. Call out the chaos, call out the noise, they stand offended, bruised with pride. But I ain't dumbing down my process just to make the storm subside. Guess I'm too sharp for their comfort zone, too tuned in for the static cloud. My thoughts break ceilings they ain't reached, and somehow I'm still talking too loud. They spit distraction like squid in clouds, darkening truth to save their skin. Scatter fake trails like nervous foxes when the hounds of logic close. And I ask for clarity, sentence rooted deep with meanings, honest weight, but they throw confetti answers, flimsy paper masquerading as debate. Their reasoning's a house of mirrors, every angle warped and wrong. They dance around a simple question like the floor's electrified and strong. They pivot, stumble, switch the subject, flare like actors missing cues, like they hopped in the ring for discourse but forgot to tie their mental shoes. Their fear of depth is tidal, pulls them shallow every time they speak. I'm hunting truth like lions prey, they flee in shadows, small and weak. And when I say answer the damn question, they break like glass beneath the beat, claiming I'm the one who's hostile just cause I don't let them retreat. But I ain't swinging swords for ego, I'm just keeping dialogue on rails. They see that structure as a threat, so every correction they call it fails. This is the danger of elevation when you train your brain like iron troops. You start detecting every flaw in conversations and the mental loops. You hear the gears grind false and hollow, smell the smoke of broken thought. Every claim they make is just a firework with fuses tied in knots. Call out the cracks, call out the lies, they panic, acting wounded still. But I refuse to sit in silence when the nonsense climbs the windowsill. Guess I'm too sharp for their comfort zone, too tuned in for the static cloud. But this blade I built won't dull itself just to make the timid proud. Maybe I should nod along, pretend that tangents ain't a wreck, act like I don't see the fractured spider web across the dialect. But once your vision's forged in truth, our clarity becomes a curse. You see the puppet strings and plot holes in every shallow twisted verse. I'm not a judge, I'm not above, just someone trying to keep it straight. But they take guidance as an insult, like honesty's a force of hate. Once you master navigation, you can't pretend you're lost and missed. And once you see the intellectual dodge, you can't unsee the twitching wrist. Final, this is the danger of the study of grinding knowledge till it glows. You tune your mind so tightly that it amplifies the world to enclose. You start hearing every cracked assumption rattling in that spoken frame, and ignorance, this certainty becomes a wild, unruly flame. Call out the falses, call out the noise, they flare up, claim you're cold and cruel. But I want more zoo so egos can keep playing emperor in the school. Guess I'm too sharp for their comfort zone, too tuned in for the static cloud. But I'd rather cut through chaos clean than join them up with clueless crowd. My thoughts are blades, my words are shields, I earn this clarity, I'm bowed. If that makes me too smart for the room, then this room ain't built for me anyhow.